Just waiting on you to get your audio. Can you hear me?
That move. Yo, yo.
Hello? Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. What's happening?
Nothing. Thank you so much for joining SHEEN Magazine and talking to me today.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get my earbuds for you, mama.
Sure thing.
1 second, babe. Hold on 1 second. Hey, Kayla. Okay, love. I'm sorry. You know how this goes.
I do.
I'm finna hook this up for the little video so we can get to it.
Awesome.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, man.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can. Let me put this
Go.
video. What a video? What's going on with the video?
Oh, wait, hold on. I could give it to you, I think. Hold on 1 second. Enable. Where are you? Let me see. Okay, yeah. So it should alert you in a second. I just gave you access to video. There you are. Hi.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Are you blonde? Are you having more fun? What's up?
Man, yeah. I'm having a great time, man. I'm blonde. Curly hair, blonde hair, you know.
Just living the dream, I think.
Living the dream, man. Living the dream. What's happening with you? How you doing?
I'm happy it's Friday, and I'm happy I got to spend the whole day listening to your music. And the first I did, and I was just finishing Papers, and I was wondering why I like that song so much, because my marriage is fine, but I love that song. And I was like, oh, I damn near lost my mama. That's real. I feel you, Sean. I feel you. That was a vibe.
That's right. That's right.
Yes. And so you don't need an introduction, but I'll give you one just for anybody that watches this live or this interview rather. I mean, this is Sean Garrett, y'all. I mean, he has worked with everybody that's important. Literally everyone that has lasting longevity in the entertainment, hip hop, R&B scene, the Destiny's Childs, the Beyoncés, the Ushers, the Mario, everybody. I mean, literally fresh out the gate, #1 hits. Okay, this man is out here giving out messaging that I have to mention to you. And I think this is a compliment that people don't give out much. All of your music ages well. You ever listen to songs where you're like, did he just mention a two-way? I can't listen to that in 2021. We can't do it. I mean, everything short of grills, and people are never going to stop wearing grills. If we're being honest, everything that you've created or helped cultivate still is relevant. You can still go play it in the club. You can still play it in lounges right now. So that is very important. And that's like super cool. So with that, I need to know exactly how that happens for you. Like, is it something that you have in your mind that you're like, okay, I want this to be played 30 years from now? Or is it just when you create, you really don't think about it at all?
To be honest with you, I feel like the perspective that I take on creating records are always from a very honest perspective, but honest with having cultural integrity, I would say. You know what I mean? It's like, I really, if you know me like personally, I don't never like to do anything kind of corny at all. I don't like corny shit. But at the same time, love in life is very important too. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
so I try not to use words that are kind of that would date things, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Unless, and it does happen. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to some sort of talk about reality sometimes without, being relative. But at the same
Hmm.
time, I think I've been blessed to have had a really great career,
Yeah.
and creating records that are timeless.
Yeah.
It's
I
really a
literally
blessing.
was listening to Hove the other day, and he said he was at the Trump Tower eating something, and I was like, ah. We didn't know it was gonna happen, but it happened. So that is super relevant. Like it's very cool that you can do that. And I don't like to ask super duper cliche questions, Mr. Garrett. So I'm not ever gonna ask you, how was it like working with Beyonce? Like it was great. I'm sure it was. I'm not gonna ask you that question. What I want to know is what kind of artists have you said no to in your career?
Damn. What kind of artists I said no to?
Yeah, like have you ever been
That's
in
a
this
good question.
situation where you're like, that's great? No, I don't want to do it.
You know what? I have seen, I have been in scenarios that I felt like, this might be a good opportunity, but this is just probably not my vibe. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Or I have, I've sort of picked up, just sometimes, yeah, you get a chance, you work with some people and it's just like, I'm good. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just the vibe is it's not necessarily something that I feel like, I just thought of one.
Do you want
um
to tell me? Ooh, tell me.
it was a you know what? It was a new artist, man. It was a new artist. I ain't gonna say no names, but it was a new artist that I probably like it was like last year sometime. And just pissed me off, man. It was just like, sometimes um what people like, man, being an artist and making music is a very volatile situation, right? It's like
Mm-hmm.
the shit could all the way go wrong, or it could be going really, really right for like the first year or two, and all of a sudden the shit is just over.
Yeah.
And the reason why it could be like that is because sometimes hit records, the times just a shift and change on you. If you don't understand the game, or if you don't understand how to shift with you know what I mean? Like the music industry it's like a big wave. You know what I'm saying? And they come and they go, and really quickly
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, unexpectedly.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the ocean, actually. You know what I'm saying? So it's always, a rather interesting world that you're dealing with. And so sometimes you can tell when people come in and they really think they got it figured out, and you want them to have it figured out. Like, it's like, hey, I really want you to win. I've been doing this shit since I was a kid, right? And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, I really want you to know exactly what you're doing. I really want you to.
Mm-hmm.
And you're looking at them, and they're having this perspective, like they know the shit. They know what's going on. They know this, they know that. But it's like, yo, they sent you to come work with me for a reason.
Yeah, like I'm
Like,
sure you don't understand.
yeah, I know. I know you think but this shit get real, it get real deep. It get
Mm-hmm.
real serious, you know what I'm saying? And so I think it's yeah, that was just this time that I just wasn't really feeling this scenario. But it happens, you know what I'm saying, every now and then.
Yeah, it should
So
happen, especially when you know what you're capable of and your tenure in music. So you brought up a very interesting point, and this is me being very selfish, right?
hold on one second.
So
Hey, I'll be right back, Kayla. I gotta go get my son. I'm
that's
gonna go get him.
perfect time.
All right.
All right, baby.
Okay, buddy.
All right, cool.
All right. Sorry,
This
sweetie.
is me being selfish. No worries. Summer Walker, you're working on her album?
Hey, some. That's my baby girl. She's the
She's so
best. I
talented
love
and she
her.
came out of nowhere to me. Like I was
Yeah.
literally, I wrote an article about her in another publication and I couldn't even finish it because I was like, she's outside of my understanding because she's being so bold and singing real pretty about it. And I don't know what to say. Like I need to check myself and figure out if I'm on board with this or if I'm afraid of her. Like I wasn't sure. So I didn't even finish the article. I love her like that. But I remember, and this is just because I have had the guilty pleasure and stress and like binge watching reality TV. And I was like, man, I was like, what is Sean doing on this show? And the one thing I remember you saying was, I don't really do drama. And I was like, nah, he don't do drama. He's not going to be on this show long. Sure enough, I think he was on like the next episode. And I was like, look at this guy. But that brings me back to Summer and her creation process and how you're help cultivating her as an artist. I'm sure she has a lot to draw into from her personal life that you are kind of almost serving as a cathartic counselor, helping her through, right? Wait, did I lose you? Where you go? Sean, can you hear me?
For some reason, first you breaking up. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I
Okay.
said for some. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna say for some reason you're breaking up, so let me pull it right here. Now what was your question again, Mama? Because I couldn't really hear you. You were
Oh no,
breaking up.
it's fine.
You were
I
speaking
could
of
ask it better. I could ask it better. Summer has a lot going on publicly or whatever, but one of the things that we know about music and any type of creative art form is it can serve almost like therapy. And everybody is always like, oh, her new album is going to be amazing. Well, I know it's going to be amazing because you're helping her through it. But as a songwriter and a producer, do you kind of sometimes feel like a therapist, not specifically to her, but because you're the person that people are talking to? Do you feel like you have to be extremely empathetic in this line of work?
I mean, I mean that's a good point. I've always looked at it from that perspective of like understanding it kind of like a therapist. You know what I'm saying? It's like, sometimes, I'm the type of person I like to find out what's wrong before I find out what's right.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's a blessing that to be able to share people's lives and people's stories. It's really a beautiful blessing because it's not particularly easy for people to dive so deep into their life. And one of the things that I really like about Summer is that I feel like she's not afraid. She hasn't been afraid to live her life completely in front of the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I'm saying? And I just have so much respect for that because everybody can't do that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people, they're going to sugarcoat shit. They're going to hide certain things. You know what I'm saying? They're going to lie about some shit. People going to try to,
They're gonna tell me everything is fine. It's
put
just
the
what they
lens.
tell me.
Yeah, yeah,
They'll be like,
yeah.
"No, girl, I'm great," and I'm like, "Yeah, no."
Yeah, and so she's been, she was, that's very commendable. But I think, working with her has been, it's just been a really interesting and very fun process. Like I've never worked with an artist like Summer because Summer is so,
She's bold as hell, and I love it.
yeah, she's very bold, but at the same time, she's very like intricate. Like she's not really that talkative. She's very she's really smart. But she got her own way of doing shit. You know what I'm saying? And to some people, she might do some shit and you might be like, damn, what? Right? But that's her way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's not that it's just her way of doing shit. You know what I mean? And she's not necessarily she does shit her way and she does it unapologetically. You know what I'm saying? And that's very that's cool actually to me. You know what I mean? It's like she gives a fuck about what people think, but at the same time, I think sometimes she cares more about being true to herself
Mm-hmm.
than worrying about what everybody got to say. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And it becomes it becomes difficult. You know what I mean? Because love is a very difficult thing. You know what I mean? It's hard as hell
Mm-hmm.
being a mature adult. You know what I'm saying? Trying to deal with love, but it's even worse when you 22 years old, 23 years old,
Oh, wait.
and and you out here like giving everything you got to a scenario or a situation, and having to deal with the disappointment and of the ups and downs of dealing with someone, right? And or thinking you found that person that's going to love you forever and
Mm-hmm.
genuinely, right? And you know love taking its or life taking its course the way it does. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we win and sometimes we lose at love. You know what I mean? And sometimes
Yeah.
you find that sometimes that shit is true and sometimes that shit ain't true. And the shit is, it's a very it's a real life. And I've always approached all of my music from that perspective, like creating music from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I never really take shit for granted. I've
Mm-hmm.
always been very serious about whatever it is that I was doing. You know what I mean? When it comes to creative, and you know, shit, damn near doing every song or taking every opportunity as if it was my last opportunity.
I
So,
love that.
you know,
So, last real adult question, and then we're going to get into how you and Slick Rick have have somehow aligned with each other. We'll go back to that in a moment.
yeah.
But it's a really important question because honestly, again, it's me being selfish. I need to know this answer. How are you still excited about this work? Why are you still doing it? Because I mean, I'm sure you made enough money. You're like, okay, I'm good. I got mad placements. I've been to the mountaintop. I'm good. What makes you want to continue in this genre, in this arena? It's a crazy place, like you said, extremely volatile.
I mean, I just love it. I'm just, it's my life. I'm gonna be doing this to the end. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm an artist. I'm a super producer. I'm a um, songwriter, performer, and there's just so many ways to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Whether
Yeah.
it's scoring movies, or even acting in a movie and performing in a movie. Like some people may have missed it, but I was in the movie Superfly. I was singing in this funeral. I don't know if you saw the movie Superfly, but
I couldn't finish it. It was stressing me out. I love TJ Jackson and I was stressed and it was too much. I was stressed out. I haven't finished it. I need to watch it.
yeah, man. So it's like, it's like, or getting a chance to work with people like Summer.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think the beautiful thing about, our music, the music game is like, it's so wide. I mean, I can go to Europe and work with some European international artists, or I can, you know, you know, team up with my little sister, right? And have an opportunity to really help her, you know what I'm saying, build her life, you know what I'm saying, off of her pain, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, and off of her perspective, you know what I'm saying, or off her the shit she's learning about life. So it's a beautiful the shit is it's a forever giving business.
I
It's a
love
forever
that.
giving art, you know what I'm saying? And it's just and the way I'm built, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm the kind of person, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a person who loves to fight and create, and I love the competitiveness, you know what I'm saying? I love when they tell you can't do it again. I love that shit, you know what I'm saying? I really get off
You
on
really like to be doubted. Count me out. Please count me out.
I
I
just love
love
it. I
that.
love it. I swear I
So,
do.
Hey Young World
Yay.
is
That's
not the
right.
Slick Rick song, okay? Sean Garrett has his own record label, okay?
Mm,
Obviously, he knows what talent looks like. He's worked with multiple talent people. And you're
hmm
looking for young legends? Looking for legends? Are you talking about
Yeah,
civilians that could potentially be legends? Please tell me
you're
more.
yeah, so looking for legends. We're launching our new label called Hey Young World.
Mm-hmm.
And so we partnered up with iHeartRadio. And basically what we're doing is we started this talent search that we're looking for legends. That we call looking for legends. And basically looking for legends is something a little bit different than just signing an artist that you feel like is buzzing in the streets or that's
Mm-hmm.
outside, you know what I'm saying? And they, you know what I'm saying? They got a huge amount of clicks online and shit like that. It's really about looking for artists who really have a natural ability that's just incredible.
Mm-hmm.
They have a mindset of working really, really hard. Um, they're thinking about their future, but they also are extremely talented. And all they really need is some sort of mentorship to really help shape what they're doing. Not necessarily, we're not trying to change anyone, not trying to, you know what I'm saying, take a person off their path. This is just, looking for artists who are, when I saw Chris Brown for the first time, I knew Chris Brown was just incredible. It
Yeah,
was just,
sweetest kid ever. It was instant.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the talent was just incredible though.
Mm-hmm.
I knew when I wasn't around when Beyonce first started, you know what I'm saying? But I can tell you, when I got a chance to work with her, it was like, you knew she was going to be one of the biggest ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so people like that, they have something different. Or even working with Usher or Enrique Iglesias, you know what I'm saying? It's just, these people definitely just have that it factor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nothing more amazing than to capture that when they're very young. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
that's the thing that's really, really exciting and cool about building this new label and this new partnership that I'm doing. And I'm doing it with my partner, Max Goose. And I couldn't be more, I just couldn't be more excited about it.
That's so cool, though. You know what?
Yeah.
The most important thing that you said to me was, because I briefly managed, I dabbled in management, and I figured out I couldn't be a babysitter. It was too hard. And one of the things that I like that you said was, it really wasn't about the buzz that was technically being created. You want actually purely talented people,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
in this time frame, in this era of music, is just so challenging, because you have all these wonderfully amazing artists all over the world, but if they don't necessarily have the adequate following, how do you find them, right?
Yeah.
So
And the other thing is just the work ethic too. I think a lot of
mhm,
times today, people are so interested in making money right off the bat that they're so caught up in the small picture. They're not really paying attention to the bigger picture. And there's just, because I was talking to someone yesterday, and there was an opportunity for an artist, and and it was just so obvious to me that if they would have took this opportunity, they could build a quick, huge
mhm,
flex overseas, with this entire with India.
mhm.
Um and or Japan, you know what I'm saying? And it's just something that makes so much sense, but sometimes people are so like, they're just not interested in understanding the big picture, right? And
Yeah, you are
until
preaching to
they
the
need
choir. Oh my God. ROI
until
in the
they end
music
up
industry is crazy.
needing the big picture, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
exactly. You're
so
such a wise
um
man. I knew you. I knew you were smart, though. I mean, nobody can create this long with this depth and feeling and not be smart, though. Like, it's a
thank you,
real
I
life thing.
appreciate
But that's true. Like, I've literally had conversations with people recently about providing an opportunity and the ROI not being contingent on the opportunity. I said, there are very few creative positions in which you can get an immediate ROI. You make a painting and cost you money. Hopefully somebody will buy it. That's one of the few markets in which you can automatically determine that you're going to get something once you give it. Other than that, other than graphic design or something visual, there is nothing about the music industry that I can guarantee you ever that will give you that. Your work ethic is what's going to get you that. You have to work. It has to make sense. But that's a whole, oh my God, that's a whole nother story. But I love this label for you. Like I said, let me know if you ever need me to do anything. I have lots of hats and jobs. I will work.
Thank
And
you so much. I
this
will.
talent search on iHeart, how can people get involved? How do the
So
emerging talents around the world get in touch with you?
So you guys can come to my Instagram, and there's a link in my bio. Go to the link. There's quite a few other promotional ads we've already run on my Instagram. This shit is really, really exciting. It's going to be action packed. We start. There may be another day or two that you have to submit your videos in reference to you showing off your talent or whatever you can do. But we're looking for something special. And then we're going to end up having on the 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th of this month, we are actually having a live performance, live auditions. The shit is going to be really crazy. It's downtown at the right across the street from the stadium, Mercedes-Benz
Downtown
Stadium.
Atlanta?
So, yes.
Downtown
Yeah, so this shit is going to be really incredible, man. Shout out to my man Dallas Austin will be there. My man CeeLo Green will be there. I mean, you know, Max, the whole team, like it's going to be amazing. Monica, all of, you know, it's just my whole team's going to be there. It's going to be iHeart's going to be there.
Sheesh.
It's going to be, you know,
Look, I want to come. I live in Chicago. I can't even make it. I was listening to somebody there.
Live.
I know I need to hop on a plane with my mask because it's Atlanta. Y'all be out here. But yeah. Okay, so September 26th through 29th, it's live auditions in downtown Atlanta across from the stadium. You can head to Sean Garrett's Instagram to find that information. Also, feel free, Sean the Pen Garrett, to follow Laura Miller Pens on Instagram because that's my IG name. Because I pen stuff too. I just suck at writing songs. They're terrible. But I thank you so much for talking to me today and being the light and providing excellent content to make people feel good. And thank you again for stopping by SHEEN Magazine. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you, Mama. Talk to you soon.
No problem. Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right, bye, y'all.